And the Park District in north suburban Highland Park has canceled its tackle football program because few youngsters have signed up.
WGN's Mike Lowe is in Highland Park to tell you that everyone agrees. Not everyone is agreeing with that Park District's decision, are they, Mike?
Micah, that's exactly right. You know, football remains America's favorite sport, so you'll certainly get some mixed opinions on all of this. But so far here in Highland Park at the Park District, not a single complaint has been lodged over the decision to end the tackle football season, not even from those parents whose kids were signed up to play. Still, among fans of football, there is some fear tonight that this could be the first domino to topple in what is eventually the game's downfall.
Good step and good throw.
These days, being the parent of a young athlete requires a bit of a balancing act.
Try to throw it to me on a fly this time. Good throw.
It's why Andrew Bender and his sons are playing catch with a baseball, not a football. Bender grew up in Highland Park and has fond memories of playing youth football for the Little Giants.
I did have fun doing it. It was a good experience. I met a lot of good people when I was doing it.
But he says with all of the information now known about traumatic brain injuries and the risks involved in the game, there's no way he'd let his kids play tackle football.
Reading about some of the things that happen from football and the traumatic head injuries and the risks and some of that stuff, for me personally, for my family, it just doesn't seem like it's worth it.
He's not alone. More and more parents are making the same decision for their kids in Highland Park. At its peak in the 1980s and 1990s, the Park District tackle football program for 5th through 8th graders drew 150 players a year. This year, only 11 signed up.
Over the past 3 years, we've really seen a decline in our registrants.
Park District Executive Director Liza McElroy says for the first time ever, the youth football program has been canceled.
It's really become a trickle-down effect in that it started, you heard so much at the NFL, and obviously parents who are making decisions on what programs they want to sign their kids up for, you really think about it when you're hearing about what's going on in the NFL.
The Park District has, however, seen an uptick in fall registration for non-contact flag football.
With flag football, the biggest thing that I've noticed is the safety of it.
Chad Kasdan has an 11-year-old and a 9-year-old in the Park District's flag football program and says he's unsure if he'd let them play tackle football until they're much older.
I was surprised to see that it got canceled on one hand, but on the other hand, because of the studies that are out there and because of what people hear and see on TV, I guess I wasn't that surprised.
A.J. Wyrosky is a former high school football player and a personal trainer who says football builds character and community in a way other sports do not.
It was kind of sad. I train a lot of the local football players around here, and just the lights on Friday night just get people pumped, so it's a good community thing to gather around, even for little kids to gather around.
But back at the Benders, Ashton and Hayden have their own favorite sports.
I like to play soccer and basketball. I like baseball.
Hayden likes football, but even at 5 years old, he knows the risks.
Yeah, but I don't want to get hurt when I'm a grown-up.
And Andrew Bender says when even the kids are aware of the risks, a balancing act becomes a step in the right direction.
It just doesn't seem like it's worth it based on the long-term effects that could come from it. But all in all, I don't really think football is going to die in America.
But it's an open question about youth football, certainly here in Highland Park. This is believed to be the first in the Chicago area, the first Park District to cancel its youth tackle football program ever. And right now, officials here in Highland Park say it's not sure whether the program will ever come back. Reporting live tonight in Highland Park, Mike Lowe, WGN News.
All right, Mike, thank you. Landmark lawsuit against Marquette University in Milwaukee. A student